Honest, YouTube. Happy now, all is now, it's a gift to be in the presence. First day signing back in here. You are now tuning into the mind of an alginate moon. First stage putting out my perception into the cloud of the collective to expand the collective consciousness, okay? And Horus is transiting the 11th house in the sky, slowly entering the 12th house, okay? So, this is going to be Jupiter in Gemini. Yes, Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, last video was Jupiter in Taurus. Check my last video if you were Jupiter in Taurus. Okay, but this is going to be for the Geminis. Okay, so Jupiter in Gemini. So Jupiter is your planet of knowledge and wisdom. Okay, experiences gone through to gain knowledge and wisdom on something. Okay, because like I say in one of my spirit talks, to have wisdom, you must go through something. You must have experience. Okay, you must have some sort of experience, okay? To test your knowledge. So knowledge would be left brain and wisdom would be right brain. Okay? And when you blend the two, that is your cult, your masculine and feminine. Okay? So, what's Gemini dealing with? Okay? So, of course, they're the, looking at the glyph, it's the two twins, okay? So, mainly, it's dealing with communication, okay? To make it plain and simple. Gemini is dealing with that communication, okay? That planet of Mercury, okay? So, this is someone who would be, let's say, gifted or not yet, have knowledge and wisdom when looking at community. Let's say this is someone looking at this Jupiter placement here, okay, with my triple fire trine. This will be someone who will be able to speak multiple languages. Okay? Looking at this placement here. Because what does Jupiter do? It expands. Okay? It expands. Okay? It expands. So, and it's dealing with learning. Okay? Not only teaching, but learning. Okay? Education. So, with, this in Gemini being that communication, okay? We don't only communicate in English. Okay? So if you have Jupiter in Gemini, more than likely, you speak more than one language, okay? And yeah, you be put through experiences on how to communicate, to expand on your communication. Okay? You will have experiences to expand and gain knowledge and wisdom on your surroundings. You'll have knowledge and wisdom to, expand. Let's say you'll be someone who will be well known in your surroundings. Okay? Because you will be communicating, to, let's say, expand the minds in your surroundings with Mercury being that planet of communication, okay, and Gemini being that surrounding, so when you will be someone who would love to expand the mind. Mercury, looking at that Gemini, Gemini is dealing with that learning, okay? So the Gemini is opposite to Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is home in Jupiter, okay? So that would be opposition, but this would be a more harmonious opposition because earth and air is a harmonious element, okay? It's a good mix, okay? It's a good sex, okay? So with this placement, you would most definitely be someone who can communicate to in your surroundings to expand the minds with that being yeah, Gemini, dealing with the mental realm, dealing with the thought realm, dealing with that mental stimulation. Okay, communication is very key for a Gemini. Okay, so yeah, teaching. Also, you will be someone who can teach, not only learn, speak multiple languages. Okay, so once you learn on how you can speak your multiple, aka foreign language, okay, you know, so how I correlate that is where you have Jupiter in being home in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius dealing with that long distance travel. Okay, so you someone who does long distance travels mentally, okay, and you'll be able to communicate, about the long distance travels you do mentally. You'll be able to be communicate on mind expanding things, things that can expand the mind, things that, that's dealing, yeah, expand the consciousness. You most definitely be drawn to these type of videos. You will most definitely, yeah, be drawn to learning little things, anything that has to do with expanding your mind. You'll be able to, let's say, someone who will be able to write, let's say, their foreign language. Mercury is also dealing with that writing, not only speaking, but writing, your writing style. You'll be someone who will be able to, let's say, come up with your own unique glyphs and your own unique, let's say, language, if you use this Jupiter placement right. Okay, because as spirits, okay, we do not only, like I say, when I say foreign language, it don't have to be Spanish. It doesn't have to be Yoruba. Doesn't have to be, any other language. It could be, since you're being put to learn about your surroundings, and you're having this experience about how you can communicate with your surroundings and expand your communication style and your mind. Once you have this experience with so many, languages and ways of communicating, okay, you can then put that down, and have your own way. This is someone who most definitely be able to write their own unique language, looking at this placement. Okay, so yeah, Mercury and Jupiter is, yeah, expanding when in the communication realm, expanding, yeah, expanding the communication realm, being able to, yeah, teach people, yeah, like I say, ways of communicating, how to go about communicating, teach people like the right words to say in certain situations based off of your experiences, because you might have been in a certain experience where someone is like, where you said something that shouldn't have been said, because Geminis deal with that communication, and you said something that couldn't have been said, and Jupiter taught you that lesson. Your Jupiter placement taught you that lesson. So then, since you learned that lesson and you went through that experience, you'll be able to teach someone on what to say in certain situations. So yeah, that's my interpretation on Jupiter and Gemini. So, first, sign out. Catch you next now. Talk to you later.